Good morning and welcome to the great New York State Fairgrounds. My name is Rob Simpson. I'm the president of Center State's CEO and a proud co-chair of the Governor's Regional Economic Development Council here in Central New York. And as you know, one of our highest priorities with these regional economic development councils is building and growing the economy and the culture and the community here in Central New York. And as many of you who are here are aware, Super Dirt Week is one of our greatest local assets that has helped us accomplish both of these goals over many years. From its first race in the 1970s, Super Dirt Week has grown from what was a mom-and-pop dirt track race into a multi-million-dollar annual event. And as you know, Super Dirt Week has been looking for a new home. We at the Regional Council have been working nonstop with our partners throughout the region, and especially the race's organizers and the governor's office in order to make that happen. So now, here to tell you a little bit more about the future of Super Dirt Week, please join me in welcoming my friend and a tremendous partner for Central New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Rob Simpson, who heads the Regional Economic Development Council, which is a group that represents this region that is planning an economic future and how to revitalize the economy and bring back jobs, and they're doing an extraordinary job. So let's give him a round of applause. You're going to hear from Brian Carter, who is the CEO of the World Racing Group. We're very proud to be with him and partner with him on this. Let's give him a round of applause. And I want to thank Senator Ritchie and Assemblyman William Barkley, who have worked very, very hard to make this a reality. Let's give them a round of applause, please. If there is a win-win-win situation in life, this is the win-win-win. We want to redevelop the fairgrounds. Why? Because the fairgrounds, I believe, has been an underutilized asset for a long, long time. And every time I came to enjoy the state fair, the question was always, well, what are you doing with this facility the rest of the year, right? Such a great space, such a great location. So how do you maximize the economic impact of the state fair? And we came up with a vision to do that, and we're excited about that, and we're moving forward with that. Part of that vision was taking down the grandstand, et cetera. The county built an amphitheater across the way, which is going to complement the running of the fairgrounds. But because nothing is ever easy, when you take down the grandstand and you make the renovations, you lose the Moody Mile. Now, for those of you who are not racing fans, the Moody Mile is a part of racing history. It is some of the real greats in racing have raced at the Moody Mile. You have people who got injured, people who lost their lives racing. But it's really a part of racing history. It's also an economic generator for the entire region. It has over 70,000 spectators. It is a very big economic engine, which we didn't want to lose. So we want to redevelop the fairgrounds, but we don't want to lose the economic engine of the racing industry. So win-win-win is we're going to redevelop the fairgrounds, and we are going to build a new raceway, which is called the Central New York Raceway. The Super Dirt Week will move to the new racetrack, which will accommodate dirt racing and more than dirt racing, actual road racing. It's going to be located in Hastings in Oswego County, but it is very proximate to Onondaga, so we don't believe that anybody is really going to be inconvenienced. So, and we believe it's going to be an economic engine for Oswego. So we keep Dirt Week, we keep dirt racing, we actually have a new and larger racetrack that can actually accommodate more, and we redevelop the fairgrounds at the same time. It is a private racetrack. New York State is investing $5 million in the building of the racetrack to make it a reality. We're also going to feature it on our I Love New York ads, the I Love New York campaign, television ads, print ads, et cetera, that are quite effective. So part of the transaction is we will publicize and advertise the racetrack for tourists to help, especially in the first few years. And Dirt Week will sign a 10-year contract with the new racetrack, so we know that Dirt Week is not going anywhere for 10 years, and that is a big, big win for Central New York, Onondaga, and Oswego, fairgrounds, and racing fans. So on this one, I don't know what else we could have done to make it work. It's exciting. Now, it is one special caveat that we added to the contract at the last minute, which was a little controversial. Under the contract, the governor has 4 opportunities to race on the track in either of these 4 vehicles, or I can rotate. But I want to congratulate, this was a lot of hard work, and I want to congratulate Brian. I also want to congratulate the operators and developers of the racetrack, Rob Simpson and the Regional Economic Development Council. I'm excited. We talked this morning about the positive energy that's developing in Central New York and how things are coming together. Well, they're coming together. We're going to have this fairgrounds as a better asset than ever before. We have the amphitheater that is now complementing this facility already. There's development in the Inner Harbor, and we're going to have a bigger and better racetrack that will have the same spectators and the same economic impact. So it's my pleasure and my honor to be part of it. Not every day you have all good news, but so far in the state of New York, almost noon, and it's all good news. Thank you very much. I'll give you back to Robson.
You know, I just want to emphasize something the governor said about getting it done. I think the only time I've heard him be critical of the work that happens here in Central New York is when we're not getting it done fast enough. And I think the leadership that he's sent, whether it be with improvements here at the State Fair, the amphitheater, Super Dirt Week, are emblematic of his commitment to being our partner in getting things done here in Central New York. Now it's my privilege to introduce the individual who is responsible for getting it done for Super Dirt Week, their CEO, Brian Carter.
Thank you, Rob. It's a pleasure to be here today with you and our many local partners in the Syracuse area that are really critical to the success of Super Dirt Week. I'm going to improvise a little bit like the governor. I'm here with the representatives of the communities and the state, and I feel a little bit fish out of water as a private entity, but I really do represent the community of racers across the country that are part of Super Dirt Week and make it special. So we're a community within your communities, and we appreciate the support. Governor, I want to make a very special thank you for you and your fierce support and commitment to Super Dirt Week and all that it takes here in the regional communities here in Syracuse. It allows us to continue the tradition of Super Dirt Week here in the area. Last year we set a record, 70,000 people, 300 race teams from 24 states and 3 countries to continue the New York tradition. We're preparing to take the next big step in the legacy of both celebrating racing in New York and supporting the local communities as it relates to bringing all of the visitors to the area. I'd really like to say thank you and congratulations to Glenn Donnelly. He's here today. I don't see where he ended there. Glenn, the proprietor of Central New York Raceway. It's been his dream. Glenn, I've known Glenn here for about a decade or so, maybe a little longer, and it's been his dream as he developed the concept, and he's got some very, very exciting times ahead. We're excited to kick off the new chapter in Super Dirt Week at the state-of-the-art facility that Central New York Raceway will provide. and continue our close relationship with a region of racing and racing fans and communities and businesses to support the future that we've come to know and love Super Dirt Week. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you all next week at the finale at the fairgrounds. You don't want to miss it.
Great. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce a phenomenal partner for all of us here in Central New York, the Chairman of the Oswego County Legislature, Kevin Gardner.
Thank you, Rob. What an exciting day for Oswego County and the surrounding areas. I really want to, on behalf of Oswego County, want to thank Governor Cuomo for the award. I want to thank the town of Hastings as well for continuing their efforts to work and get the Raceway Park going. Actually here today is the town supervisor, Tony Bush. He's sitting up front. So again, thanks for all the hard work. And Governor, again, thanks for all the award and hard work on that. I do want to say I want to welcome the Central CNY Raceway Park and all it has in Oswego County, so people come to Oswego County and play, spend their money, and let's get going and get it built. So thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Senator Patty Ritchie.
Well, I have to start out by saying how exciting of a day. I know a lot of people have thought about the Central New York Raceway in Hastings for a long time. It's great to see the supervisor here. This is something that a lot of the local people have really looked forward to. And I know over the past few years, we've heard time and time again that some of us in upstate, especially maybe even in my district, think that the state had forgotten us. But I have to say that this governor has definitely changed that. And the governor has said time and time that upstate is part of New York State, and he has proven that. We're so thankful, Governor, for your leadership and to partner with my colleagues in Albany to help change the economic activity here in Central New York and upstate as a whole. So thank you so much for being part of this. Brian, thank you so much for being a part of this. Also, how amazing for the area to have Super Dirt Week be here for another 10 years. What an amazing opportunity for so many people locally, but also across the state and across the country, really, to come out and see the events here. It's going to mean a lot for the community. $12 million in economic activity right now, but over the next 10 years, who knows what that's going to be. So I think this is just a perfect example, and it's a thrill for me to be here to see all the great things that the state is doing under this governor, and I can't wait to go to the first race. And Governor, I know you picked one of those cars. Can I drive one of these other ones when you're out there? So thank you again for being here. We appreciate your partnership. We appreciate you believing in Central New York and Oswego County. And with that, I'd just like to turn it over to my partner, Will Barkley. Great to have him here today, too.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you, Governor, for being here today and allowing me to speak. And it really is great news here for not just Central New York, but particularly Oswego County. Governor, I was struck by your words that you said this morning about the glass being half empty and half full, and I really do believe that. We do have to change the mindset sometimes in upstate New York. We constantly focus on the negativity. I think we have to look at the positive that we have. And tourism is certainly one of those positive notes that we have. And being able to keep Super Dirt Week here in Central New York, I think, goes a long ways. So thank you, Governor, for your leadership with tourism, and particularly on this Super Dirt Week. Rob Simpson, thanks for your great work with the Regional Economic Development Councils. Brian, I look forward to working with you, and you come to Oswego County. I think if the weather's like this, we'll call it Mud Week instead of Dirt Week, but that's exciting also. And I also want to thank my colleague, Senator Patty Ritchie, for her great leadership in Oswego County. And like Patty, I think we can divide that. I'll take the black one, Patty. Governor, you can have this one, and maybe one of us could race in the dirt ones or run around on this side. But in any event, thank you very much, and I would like to welcome Joni Mahoney back up.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here. The governor has really helped me out because I have been inundated with emails from people who want Super Dirt Week to continue. And when we talked Governor Cuomo into a real investment here in the state fairgrounds, the one thing that kept rising to the top was Super Dirt Week. And my hat's off to those of you who have been very effective in putting together this plan with Governor Cuomo's team. I've been on the phone with his team several times, and as he said, the fact that we're going to have this investment in the state fairgrounds and all that means to this whole region, and the state as a whole, but particularly our region, we have these plans on the books for a long time for this raceway that we've all heard about in Hastings and Oswego County, and then this Super Dirt Week, which we just heard brought 70,000 fans out to Central New York, and we have this brand new home for them, which makes it possible for this new facility to thrive, and we have the opportunity here that presents at the State Fair. It's a perfect example of what it's been like to work with Governor Cuomo and his team. They listen to us, they come here, they find solutions, and they really have made a lot of things happen for us. And congratulations to our neighbors in Oswego County, and I would just like to echo what you said. We have Super Dirt Week here in Onondaga County in the next week or so, and I hope to see you all out here. Thanks for all your hard work on this.